What's up, dudes? It's your bestest buddy in the whole frickin' galaxy, Urban Blaster, playing some Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. It's that free-to-play mobile game because I don't pay for this shit. In this video, we're going to be talking about the mod challenges, how to systematically get a team to get through them. And where I'm going with this is, for example, I desperately wanted some crit damage mods. You know, I gotta get some critical damage going on my dudes. A lot of those mods, help out a lot of teams. But let's go take a look at those challenges and the team that I put together to do it. So I'm not a big fan of those Team Potato Sacks, you know, the frickin' Jawas. The only one that I think is worth farming 7-starring was Jawa Engineer. He goes complements my droid team pretty good. But as you can see, for not being a fan of the Jaws, I was able to get through all 3 tiers, 3-starmen. So now I'm like farming all these critical or critical damage mods. But let's take a look at the team that I effectively put together to get through that. Characters, Jawas, frickin' potato sacks. This thing should just say Team Potato Sack. But here we are, Jawas. Okay, as you can see, I have one 7-star character, Jawa Engineer, max gear level 10, and max power level. And the rest of the dudes, they're low life plebs. They're all 5 stars because that's pretty much the minimum to get your dudes into the challenge, like the tier 3. And as you can see, they're all levels barely above 70. And we'll get into that later. And but they are all purple geared. I highly recommend that if you are doing this system, you do get to the minimum of gear 7 when you first start getting protection. But let's take a look at the key factors to keep in mind when you're doing this system. The system of being a free-to-player to get you through some the mod challenges with dudes that you necessarily haven't put a lot of work into. Okay, dude, so here's a few things to remember if you're going to embark on the journey of building up a team of dudes that you never necessarily thought you would ever want to farm, but you got to get those mods sometimes. Complete those mod challenges so you could farm you some the mods you want. But some things to remember, in my opinion, are to 1. Incremental improvements and patience. Finish what you started. So if you set out to get you some crit damage mods, you don't have the Jawas, just incrementally build each a team for each tier. So if you could easily get Datch out of the guild shop, go after him. You could get him to 3 stars easily, and you probably already have the generic Jawa, and he's probably already at 3 stars. So if you already have, most likely you do have at least 1 or 2 dudes out of that faction or whatever, because they are used in other places. So you just remember, you need for tier 1 you need 3 dudes at 3 stars. For tier 4 you need 4 dudes at 4 stars, and at tier 3 you need 5 dudes at 5 stars. But you know, finish what you started. If you're gonna, it's a daunting task, so just get it done. And then do 1 tier at a time, but plan for the future tiers. So what I mean by that is, you know, if you don't have 3-star dudes, just start farming the easy ones to get, but also keep in mind the ones that aren't an easy farm, like Jow Engineer. If you don't have him and you're going after crit damage mods, you want to start on him as soon as possible because he's in the frickin' guild store. So he will be a long crawl, but maybe by the time you get through the first 2 tiers, you'll have them ready for tier 3. And number 3, mods are your friends. The minimum level for mods placements onto a character's level 50. And what I mean by that, mods are your friends, is you might be it ties in with number 4, know your enemy's power levels. So as you saw my Jao team, the enemies on tier 5 were all level 75 dudes. I only had to get them up to power level of low 70s, just because I threw mods on them. Those mods boost up your powers, they boost you up, and I got them to gear 7, which is pretty easy if you've been playing the game for a while, because you have a lot of that low level gear built up, and I could typically get a guy that I've unlocked to gear 7 within 1 to 2 days. But that's where I'm at in this game. If you're barely starting, then it might take you a little bit longer, but I do recommend number 5 minimum gear level 7, because you do want to have protection, because these challenges aren't that they're easy, but they're not that easy, because you do need the protection. You do need to last 5 rounds to get to it, and you do want to 3-star it. So that ties into number 6. Do not use Tang's taunting abilities unless you have a reviver. Remember, the goal is to 3-star in order to be able to sim this thing. So you want to like I'm saying, that's where the gear level 7 is key, and the mods with some protection. So beef up your dude's protection and health, so that you could withstand all 5 levels. And really, I didn't focus on mods when I threw them on Jows. I just kind of have a bunch that I've gotten to level 12 just to see what secondary stuff is that I don't use or might use them later. But so I just kind of threw stuff on them, and just to beef them up a bit. And then there's number 7. 1 3-star win is all it takes to end that tier for simming. And if you barely win it, it's okay. You just got to get to the end, all 5 levels, without losing dudes or getting them revived, and sim that. And it might, if you have that RNG on your side, you might just get it done, but it just takes one time to win that thing. And then number 8, the grind is real. To win, you must outlast the grind. That's the whole thing about SWGOH. I want to win this game, so I'm just going to frickin' outlast this grind. But let's go take a look at the some examples of what I'm talking about. Okay, dudes, here we are out at the mod challenges. I got health mods all 3 tiers done. I got defense mods all 3 tiers done. I got the last ones I did was critical damage mods. Those are key to the to just bringing some good DPS. So I was like, damn, it's time. I gotta frickin' just get through this critical damage mods challenges. I want to farm me some critical damage mods, So I went on the daunting task of creating a Jow team to get through all 3 tiers. But like I was saying, just focus on the first tier. If you already have that beat, great. If you need, because for free-to-play players, I try to get what I can. Whether it's the more dots, the better on those mods, of course. And some people say you don't want to go with anything below 5 dots or below, but those dudes probably put a lot of money into this game, and I don't disagree with that. But we gotta work with what we got, right? So let's see. I have critical chance mods I've already beat, tenacity mods I beat, offense, and I still have to get through that. And then the speed mods, I don't have first order or resistance teams. So let's see how I'm looking in here. So let's say I wanted some offense mods, which I do. Let's see what the units are required. And like I was saying, you usually always have at least 1 to 2 guys at a really good spot. So I don't have all 3. I don't think the first order stormtroopers ready to be taken in there. But let's see where I am at with speed mods. I have a 2 out of 3 required units. I have 2 extra ones. Let's go see if any of these dudes are ready. So as you saw, I had 2 Ray and Poe. They're really high up there, so those 2 will help me steamroll those. Because like I was saying with the Jaws, I only had 1 dude who was at level 7. 7 stars and up there. I think so. Resistance looking pretty good that I could steamroll that. I just need another dude to start tier 1. Let's see who the frickin' resistance. La la la. Where the frick is resistance? Resistance. Okay. So I have, as I was saying, 2 level 85 dudes, 2 7-star dudes. They're both gear 8. Oh, I could do the resistance trooper. He's actually ready, so I could just promote this dude. Bada bing, built me a team. And he's a power level of 267, like I was saying. For tier 1, you do just want to put in I mean, the goal right here is not to use a whole lot of resources, but you do have to be. Damn, I can only get to level 44. Okay, I'll do it. I mean, I don't. I mean, this is what you gotta do to do it. I could probably not have spent the credits on him since I do have two uh, 7 stars level 85 dudes, so maybe I just should be kicking myself in the ass for spending that many credits. But let's level this dude up. I'll be back. Okay, dudes, here we are. It's the Resistance Trooper. I wasn't able to get him to gear level 7, but this is the tier 3 challenge, so I think we'll be good. And that's what I'm saying, incrementally improve your team as you have the resources, but also test them out if you're willing to risk the energy that'll take to lose a battle. But I don't think we'll lose because remember, we do have two 7-star dudes. I just want this guy to last 3 rounds. But one thing that I typically do too is bump these things up 2 levels if I have the frickin' stuff to do it. So as you can see, I have thousands of these blue and green things, and just in my career of SWGOH, I've just it's a grind, and I do that grind daily, and stuff just builds up after a while. So if you are new to the game, you may not have as much stuff, so just use your best judgments and see if, like I said, incrementally build your dudes. If you don't have the green and blue mats to get them to level 3, then don't do it. Just take them in there, see what you could, how far you could get. I might have even over spent more resources than I had to at this time to beat tier 3, but then again, like I said, you gotta be planning forward, so ultimately I spent that stuff now, but eventually I will have to get this dude to minimum of gear 7 in order to defeat tier 3. And as you can see, I can't even get him to gear 7, because he does need to be at least level 50, and that's typically what if I had enough credits, I'd have just automatically taken this dude to level 50. It's not typically not that much credits, but maybe we should. But no, we won't, because the plan of attack is to incrementally do stuff. We are free to play, and sometimes we ain't got those resources. But let's do this shit. Let's go get us some beat the tier 1 of the speed challenges, the mod challenges. I want to get me some methamphetamine mods, speed up my teams. There are a few dudes out there that they recommend to have speed mods on, and I want those dudes to have speed mods. So let's do this, because right now I have to go out and do the battles, get 1 to 2 dot stuff. But here we are. I don't know if any of these dudes have leadership abilities. Poe does. He'll resistance allies gain 17.5% offense and 10% potency. So that's pretty good right there. He'll bump up our offenses. Let's see if Ray has any. I can't remember if she does. And that's another thing. Just know your team. Put it together so that you do beat these things. Because I was saying, you're trying to go not spend so many resources. So just kind of know the team, get in there. So it looks like the only leader that I have is Poe, so of course we'll be rolling with him as lead. So he's in that first box for his leadership abilities. We're going to bump up our offenses and our potencies. But let's do this. Let's get in there. I want me some speed mods. Okay, here we are. They got the speed. Crap. Frickin' that's why I'm saying you need to be level 50. I think level 50 is probably the minimum, so you can have mods, and they might add some protection, but if you can, just get stuff up to gear 7, but just incrementally do that stuff too. Crap, we won't 3-star this, but we will get through this. I have no doubts that we will get through all 5 nodes, because I do have these 2 dudes, so we'll Ray could probably get down there by herself. She's a glass cannon, but she frickin' hits hard. Bam! Okay, let's frickin' put these dudes to rest. 3 of 5 still alive and kicking, getting out there, getting us these frickin' mods. And Poe is a tank, so I'm not going to use his second ability because, well, it doesn't matter at this point because I am only going to 2-star this probably. If I lose one person, it should probably be a 2-star. But they'll take out these low-life plebs first. Use Ray's ability on this dude to get rid of him. Bam! She wrecks a full. She'll chin check wreck a full. And we'll save up her specials. But we like I said, typically you do have some dudes that you did do some work on in all of these factions. I would think it depends on how long you've been playing. But the key is just survive. Shoot. I wish I had a reviver. It's the final encounter! We're gonna get this tier 1 mods. We're not gonna 3-star, but we will do the challenge. We'll finish, I mean the achievement. Bada bing! Oh, he didn't do much, but he took away our methamphetamines. But take this, Captain Phasma. Bam! Victory! We 2-starred it, not bad. And we got our first speed mod, 3-daughter, green level with some protection and offense. I'll take it. What's this other one? It's a gray mod. Critical damage, bam! Out the gates, getting some really good mods right there. And they're 3-daughters. It's better than what I have now in these speed mods. All I could get right now is 1 to 2-daughters. And so as you can see, I I can take on tier 2 now, but I required units. I just have 2 of them, 2 out of 4, because you do need the 4-star dude. So I guess I better systematically. I am gonna have to start farming Finn. He's about halfway there, and I will continue on farming Resistance Trooper, and I'll start on good old Resistance Pilot. She's an easy farm because she's in Galactic Wars, so I could get her to 5 stars within a few days probably, depending on how aggressively I want to go for her in the G-dubs. And Finn, he'll be a work in progress, but as I'm building up to do tier 2, I look into the future, and I'm going to be working on Finn right now too to get him to 5 stars, because I will have to have all resistance dudes to 5 stars. But I got me an achievement, 10 crystals. Bam! I'll take it.
Les victory!
Ooh, give me chills.
Okay, dudes, as you saw, we defeated that tier 1 of the speed mod challenges. We didn't put that much resources into good old Resistance Trooper, but we didn't have to. So from here on, I'll just continue incrementally building up the teams to get to the next levels. And I gotta finish what I started on this. I want those speed mods. It'll take me a while, at least probably a month, to get through those, because I'm not gonna aggressively do this, but I am going to continue building up that, because right now I'm happy I could get 2 to 3-starred mods from that one spot. I just need a 3-star, incrementally build up that Resistance Trooper so I could actually 3-star that, because Ray and Poe, they were pretty much at really good levels. But here are the recommendations that I have for each tier. Tier 1 recommendations: a minimum character levels of 50 to 60. 3 characters at 3 stars. I recommend at least one of them being at least 5 to 7 stars. In this case, we had 2 7-star dudes, and we got some good RNG, I think, and we were able to get through it. We didn't 3-star, but it's a work in progress. Mods. You want just put mods on your dudes. We did get away without putting mods on Resistance Trooper this time, but who knows, we might have been able to 3-star if we had those mods on them. And a minimum gear level of 7, and that's why I'm thinking we did not 3-star this time, but I'm going to incrementally build up Resistance Trooper till I can. For Tier 2, I highly recommend minimum character level of 60 to 70. 4 characters at 4 stars, I mean that's required, but out of those I recommend at least 1 to 2 of them being at least 5 to 7 stars with gear level 9 to 10. In all factions you're going to have those really good characters that you want to pretty much be at gear 9 to 11, 7 starred, fully geared out, fully tricked out, and of course you want mods on the low level dudes that you do have at the minimum gear level of 7 to help them stay alive. Just incrementally build those up, that's all I can say. And then there's Tier 3, minimum character level of 70 to 75. 5 characters at 5 stars, that's what's recommended, required, and at least 2 of them should at least be 7 stars with gear levels 10 to 11. I did get through the critical damage mod sets with just one Jawa who was gear level 7, and all the rest were 7 stars, gear level 10. All the rest of them were the minimum stars required, which was 5 stars. And I did have mods on them because you have to, and they are all minimum, and they are all at gear level 7 except for, of course, Jawa Engineer. So I did have one high-powered character, and the rest were at the very basics that I could get them to, and I was able to 3-star. That did take a few times because you just gotta stay with it. You gotta figure out the patterns and the enemies in there and know your dudes. Maybe bump up some omegas or just even put purple mats on them if you think that's going to help you get through it, but incrementally do that, because this is for how to get through these things without building up characters that you necessarily don't want, but you have to actually build up in order to get through these challenges. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you're not aware, I do live stream on Fridays with my guild. It's a SWGOH Talk with the Furnaces. We're rolling 50 deep, but we do live stream typically on Fridays, and I hope you guys check it out one day. We have a good time, and if not, the recordings will be out there, so just check those out. We have fun and talk SWGOH and other stuff. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.